Welcome back. Now, Anna Hazare's anti-graft drive also appears to have struck a chord with Tamil Nadu's film fraternity. Expressing solidarity with the cause, the Tamil film industry will be participating in a one-day fast in Chennai. According to the Film Federation of India President L. Suresh, various directors, producers, actors and technicians would join. Extending support are also associations such as Film Employees Federation of South India and South Indian Artists Association. It is believed to be a purely voluntary initiative. Back to the city now. Quite contrary to its name, the old Mahabalipuram road has no resemblance to how it looked about a decade back. Today, it's a 6-lane expressway populated with concrete buildings, mostly IT companies and swanky apartments with state-of-the-art facilities. Our reporter Krishnamurthy has this report.
In just 4 years, the old Mahabalipuram road has changed rapidly. Thanks to a number of IT companies cropping up on this stretch, the OMR has transformed from this to that.
People's desire to move to suburbs and the IT boom have revved up the real estate growth, and prime lands are madly sought after, never mind the market price.
If you're talking about amenities, you're seeing catchment areas like school, hospitals, as well as your residential coming up. It's shaping up. So we are taking a look at OMR, what Andheri was to Bombay. The way that growth is happening will happen on this corridor in the next 2 to 3 years.
With Chennai attracting a diversified migrant population and a higher disposable income, the demand for residential properties continues to be at an all-time high on this stretch. Take a look at these figures. 1 square foot used to cost around 2,000 rupees in 2006. 5 years on, the same piece of land is priced between 4,000 and 5,000 rupees. But builders justify such high rates, pointing to the bells and whistles that have become a marquee. Many apartments offer branded schools, libraries, supermarkets, a swimming pool and an in-house gym with spa.
All those facilities are being provided within the same project, so which makes the quality of lifestyle much more better than what they would have experienced in their earlier home within the city. So coming out of the city, they get all these added benefits at a much more affordable cost.
With such comfort and luxury, consumers say that the move to the suburbs is irresistible.
Here you have nature's endowments are there, clean air, clean water, and you live more with nature. That's a great advantage I have got over here.
Meanwhile, corporate customers are eagerly awaiting the emergence of the Ramanujam IT Park here on the OMR. The park can house up to 30,000 employees at a given time, and investors want to cash in before many employers migrate to the OMR.
Very clearly, IT, even if there is a dip right now, IT seems to be boom in India. And, so it should be easy to rent. Finally, it's an investment for us, maybe a few years down the road, or once the loan's paid up, we will dispose it off. And I think this could be a better bet.
With such massive development in a short span of time, the OMR has come a long way from being just a sleepy suburb. In Chennai, with Krishnamurthy, Evelyn Matthew for NDTV Hindu.
Well, celebrating 372 years of Madras, we on NDTV Hindu are bringing to you various aspects of this multifaceted city. Well, up ahead now, Binny Road, Poise Gardens, Ritchie Street, what's common between them? All a spillover effect of their names, specifically of the British era. Now, really what's not common at this point is public opinion about whether or not they should be renamed back after Tamil scholars. Now, Pratiksha Ramkumar got a pulse of the city on this
pavements and a gleaming tar surface and a huge canopy of trees above your head. Basically a walker's paradise. Recognize where I am? I am on the Besant Avenue, named after Annie Besant, a popular freedom fighter and a women's activist. She is also the founder of the Theosophical Society here in Besant Nagar. Now imagine the name of this area being changed.
I definitely wouldn't like it. It would take the charm away from the area.
This name has been here for a long time, so now I don't think there is no need to change.
What's in a name, you may ask? Well, almost everything, say politicians and historians. Hardly a year ago, the Chennai Corporation had identified 50 streets named after popular Britishers and wanted to name them after Tamil scholars.
ஆங்கிலேயர்களுடைய ஆதிக்கத்தில் ஆட்சியில் வைக்கப்பட்ட பெயர்களாக இருந்த ஒரு சில பெயர்களை மாற்றணும் அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி முடிவு பண்ணிச்சு. அதுவும் அந்த செம்மொழி மாநாட்டை முன்னிட்டு ஒரு 50 தெருக்களுடைய பெயர்கள் மாற்றலாம் அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி முடிவு பண்ணோம்.
Madras itself was rechristened as Chennai just 15 years ago, and despite the deep political wrangle, the city became Chennai, derived from its original name, Chennai Pattinam.
A lot of people still say Madras. You know, Madras and Chennai is an interesting aspect. From the beginning of the city, both names have been prevalent. It's not something new at all.
But then some of the city's landmark roads are named after Englishmen. Ritchie Street, the city's electronic hub, is named after Ritchie, a marine surveyor of Fort St. George in the 1780s. White's Road, where the popular Express Avenue Mall is located, is named after J.D. White, who built a fabulous house in 1809. We now call it the Madras Club. The posh Binney Road is named after John Binney, who had served with the Nawab and later founded Binney and Company in 1803.
We did publish the roots of all these names as such and pointed out that several of these names were important names.
Meanwhile, Chennaiites seem divided over the name change.
Change is the only permanent thing in the world. So if they are going to change it to Tamil scholars' name, it's welcome.
Politicians feel that 65 years after independence, we don't need to live on streets named after the English anymore. But conservationists insist that history has its own place. And otherwise, even residents may never know their heritage. In Chennai, with camera persons Kutti Raja and Lucas, Pratiksha Ramkumar for NDTV Hindu.
Well, time now for the latest coming in from Oval at this point. Well, the stage was set and it seemed that the big milestone would happen today. We're talking about Sachin Tendulkar's 100th International 100, but it didn't happen. Tim Bresnan dismissed the Little Master on 91. Sachin was in good nick throughout his knock. Certainly his best in the series. His highest score before this was just 56. Now his dismissal though looked like a contentious one. Meanwhile, despite his contribution, Team India has succumbed to yet another defeat. India have lost the fourth and the final test match in England by 8 runs and 1 entire innings. The dismissal of Tendulkar and the night watchman Amit Mishra triggered a breakdown with the Indian team with the next 6 wickets in fact falling for less than 21 runs. Well, that's all we have time for. More news and updates follow. Keep watching.